everybody, how you doing? I'm Greg. Thank you for coming to my channel. Today we are doing some great foods that's gluten-free and great tasting, and also from the Southeast Asia. We call them fresh spring rolls or summer rolls in other parts of the country, depending on what country you're actually in, and a glorious peanuts. Thank you for watching Chaos Entertainment, gluten-free and great tasting. Here are your hosts, Greg and Corrine Helton. The peanut sauce for this recipe is basically the main dipping sauce you use, which is really good on so many other things like marinating chicken in and just throwing it on the grill. Oh my god, so good. But basically I got this as a present from my wife. It's a Thai cuisine because we tried Thai food like when we first moved up to Bellevue. Fell in love with it. It's so good. It's so healthy and so refreshing. But yeah, I mean, it's really good. A lot of great recipes. So check it out if you can. Okay, you're gonna need a lot of ingredients, which we'll get to. So now the ingredients list for fresh rolls and for the peanut sauce. We're going to do the peanut sauce first. You're going to need, well, the recipes say like a cup ground peanuts. Well, there's an easier way to do it instead of grounding up peanuts, or, you know, peanut powder. Yes, peanut powder. I do about 3/4 of a cup because it'll like really thicken up really fast. If you find your peanut sauce a little thicker, you probably want to cut down your peanut powder a little bit, or just water it down later on. You're going to need a can of coconut milk. This is an unsweetened one, which is good. You could get sweet if you want. That's quite fine. This is like a 14-ounce can. And there are different varieties. I found Thai Kitchen's a good one. Okay, you're going to need red curry paste. Now, if you don't like the heat of spice and stuff like that, you can use yellow curry paste because it's not hot. And like I have like an international market not very far from my house, so I get all sorts of cool items from different things, different countries. This is the red curry paste from one, or you could just simply go to your normal market, and this is most likely what you're going to find, which is Thai Kitchen red curry paste. You're only going to need about 2 tablespoons. Okay, you're going to need sugar. The recipe I got calls for about 3 tablespoons of sugar. I do about 4. And one of the weirdest things that you're going to need, and try not to smell it when you use it, because some people it's instantly going to turn them off right off the bat, and it is fish sauce. Fish sauce is made by fermenting the fish guts and letting the juices be made, and then they pour that out, strain it out, cook it down, and now you got fish sauce, which is really weird. The Romans used to use this as salad dressing. I mean, it's pungent. So just, ooh, yeah. Phew. And you're going to need about a 1/4 cup of that. 1/4 cup. And you're going to need a pot and a heat source. Okay, so we're going to set this aside. So, you're going to need bong trang, which is basically the rice paper, or rice wrappers, so you can see them. And trust me, different quality for different brands, big time. Okay, because some will be more translucent, where some will be more opaque. Some will be just completely milky white. Some just fall apart left and right. This kind's not a bad one. The kind that has the 3 bamboo sticks are generally the kind I usually use. Okay, you're going to need Thai rice sticks. This is my favorite brand right here. I don't. Chantaboon rice stick. Royal Blossom. So, you want to get that kind. Way better. Okay, you're going to need some shredded carrot. I'd suggest shredding the carrots yourself, because, you know, the store-bought shredded carrot, they're all kind of like dry, and, you know, they're stringy, but they're really dry, and you don't want that. I got shredded chicken. It's basically a chicken breast that I steamed or poached and cooked it long enough to where it's completely cooked, let it cool, and then pull it apart at the little fibers. Okay, we're gonna need some cooked shrimp, right? Now, if you don't like shrimp, you don't have to have it. That's an option. Actually, a lot of this stuff is an option. Okay, you're gonna need mung sprouts or mung bean sprouts. Now, they're called different things in different areas. So if you are allergic to soy, don't use these, okay? Because mung bean sprouts are also called soybean sprouts or reindeer sprouts. You're gonna need some Thai basil, not normal basil. I guess you can use normal basil, but this has a unique flavor. Set this aside. Now, for the people who don't like cilantro, you have to use it. You know, there's times where I just used a lot of lettuce, and that was good. And some lettuce. I like the green leafy or the red leafy lettuce. The iceberg lettuce is just too crumbly or too crisp, and you know, it's just pain in the butt, and they also will tear your rice wrappers. Okay, so let's get to making that peanut sauce, because the rest of the stuff won't. Okay, so, whoop, that's the fan. I'm going to turn this onto a medium heat. It'll be different color. As you can see, it's like really starting to turn red. And don't worry about all the lumps and clumps and stuff like that. Those will all break out. So when it's looking good and it starts cooking, you'll still see some clumps, but as you cook it for 15 minutes, that will all go down. This is why peanut powder is way superior over the crushed peanuts or grounded peanuts or whole peanuts. So I'm going to put that, since that was about 4 or 5 minutes, we'll put that to 10. Okay, now we're going to start prepping the stuff. This I'm not going to do just yet because I want to leave that until like the last few minutes. Same with these. But with that, I use this with hot water or warm water to put in there. So we're just going to take some of these basil leaves, pull them out, pull them off, make sure they're not rotten or destroyed. Because like if you start seeing them with little blemishes like that, it means they're kind of like rotten. But if they're not too bad, you can still eat them. Now the little tiny ones like this, you can save later on for something else. The kinds you want are the big leafy ones like that. Now you can also use mint instead of these, which I've done that before, and it was pretty good. People like mint. See, like this one where it's like kind of like curled, I won't use that. So I'm going to just get a few more leaves. And that should be good. Because I usually eat about 3 of these myself, and they'll fill me up because I make them kind of large. So if you have a lot of people coming over, it's always good to share the work. So I'm just going to basically put those guys right in here. And I'm going to be separating these up like that. And I need something, I'll just put this aside for now. Okay, cilantro. I need a little fat. Now I'm not going to use a whole lot of this, because I got a Spanish dish I'm going to cook this up with later on this week. So, yeah, I don't care if the stems are on there to me. I know I could hear my wife grimacing because she doesn't like cilantro. She's like, ugh. So, I'm going to use about that much for the 3 of them. Okay. Green leafy lettuce or red leafy lettuce is the preferred lettuce, I think. So, and I'm going to take the outside ones. I'm going to crack them off about halfway down. So I'm going to only do about, since I'm only doing 3 for me. Now one thing I do is, see this spine? Instead of just cutting the spine out, I just crack that spine, and now it's flat. So go ahead and, can you hear that? This way, the thing won't tear your rice wrapper. No, you can cut them out if you want. That's quite fine. So now we got that. Now the shrimp, like I said, are completely optional. And you're going to need a knife for that, which I should have pulled out. So what I'm going to basically do is slice this guy right in half, right down that middle spine area. So you got 2 halves. Generally there are 3 per roll. You could do 2, it's quite fine. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting them about like that kind of an angle. And there you go. Let's just put those right there. So now we got our lettuce, we got our fresh rolls, our sprouts, shrimp, chicken, carrots. So we're good to go. Okay. Do one more final stir on this stuff and actually turn this off. Okay. And you're probably going to want a plate to put your fresh rolls on. I prefer this kind. Really, really good. Okay, while that aside, toss these in, over there. So, I'm going to grab, you want them without cracks or tears. Now, I generally put them in like a gallon Ziploc baggie to store them. Okay, we're going to need warm water. Cold. Oh, I hear you. Yeah, I do about a lukewarm water actually. Okay. Now, these we're going to actually put into some water, hot water. And something like that. I'm not going to use a whole lot of these. because we got a lot of stuff as it is. And no, you do not cook these. You cook them like if you're going to do like some kind of dish, yeah, then you want to cook them. But you want to let them hydrate first. So what I'm going to do is take these bad boys. First of all, that is too small of a bowl. That's a big bowl. We're going to need a bigger bowl. Okay. So I'm going to take these. I usually just break them right in half, right at the loop. Kind of like spaghetti, you know, when you're cooking it. And we're just going to let this sit in there for about 5-10 minutes. Okay. Yeah, my kitchen's a little dirty. So, now the noodles are basically done, but what I'm going to be doing before I strain them, I'll strain them somewhat, but I got cold water, so basically I'm going to put this in there for a few seconds to stop the cooking process. While I do that, I don't know if your guys' grocery stores do it, but some of ours over here, whenever the sprayers spray in the produce section, they have like thunder sounds. It's pretty cool. Okay, so yeah, those are good. So now I'm just going to basically strain them. Now this is how you want your noodles for like Thai dishes. And then basically when you're ready to make your Thai food or whatever in your stir fries, they're already hydrated. You just throw them right in there and they're good to cook. Because I found the hard way, which was not listening to the experts who, you know, grew up eating this stuff. And okay, now like I said, this is going to go kind of fast. So it's probably good to have like a line of people. So I used to like just put these in here in the warm water and let them soak, right? Until they were like really, really soggy. And I found out that is the wrong thing to actually do. Wow, that is like so translucent. So as it's starting to be a little bit more pliable, and you know, looser and bendable, I'm about to pull it out in just a few seconds. So I don't want it so loose that it turns gummy. Okay, so now it's perfect. You don't want to have to stretch it out or anything like that. Okay. I know it's like, where did it go? So what I'm going to do is tear these in half. One on one side, one on the other. Oh, whoops. Like I said, you only want them in the water, for warm water, for just a few seconds. Okay. Yeah, that's what I did wrong. I had them on a little too long in the water. Because you want them to still be kind of like pliable, but also kind of firm at the same time. Now what I'll do sometimes is like that. Fold that lettuce spine in. Whoops. Hand slice. A few of the basils. Now you can make them small as you want or large as you want. Some cilantro. Cut it. A few of the sprouts. I mean, you could put the sprouts and chicken in different ways. Well, one thing you can do is you can slice this even thinner if you wish. I think I'm gonna, yeah, I'll do all three. A few of the noodles. Fold and roll, roll. Fold in your burrito edges because it's kind of like folding a burrito. And there you go. Do it one more time. Now, one thing I do if I'm doing many of these, I'll just add a little water to them just to keep them kind of hydrated. So like I said, if they get too hydrated, then they kind of explode like that, but I'll still eat that one. There we go. So lettuce. Lettuce, my lettuce. Let go of me lettuce. And I'm not putting any ham in this time, just to kind of show you what it is. And also, I forgot to pull some more out of the freezer. So, got our carrots. Now this is actually really good with all sorts of different types of foods you can actually put in here. Like I tried barbecue ribs one day, mac and cheese. You're like, mac and cheese? Are you nuts? Yeah, kind of. But I was tested and they said, no, I'm not. Finest doctors the military could buy. And the fact that the colonel was one of my drinking buddies. So we got a few of these. Oh yeah, see sometimes these shrimp, they're too big or too thick. Oops. They could tear open your rice wrap. When you have a lot of friends coming over or you just yourself, this is a really good dish to eat. And for you guys, if your spouses are kind of hounding on you to eat more salad, these are perfect.
I hope you all enjoyed that video as much as I am enjoying that fresh roll. Please, if you really enjoyed this video, I hope you will subscribe, like, and send me some comments. And please share the video. I want you all to have a great day with some great eating. Bye-bye.